Good morning, sunshines. I thought I'd give you an update on what we've been up to. That is a picture Trinity painted with some of our garden harvest, and these are all photos that came from the 10th to the 26th of June. It's been pretty busy around here and we haven't had time to film a video, but I've been trying to keep up with pictures. So these are just some of the things that we've made with harvests from the garden, like the frittata and the fridge pickles here that you'll see, and it turned out really, really well. We've planted and done flowers. That's basil that you're seeing there from the garden, and there's been a ton of that. The radishes have been coming in pretty quick, and the update is there's flowers and stuff planted that we've redone some beds and rearranged some things and got some new flowers planted out front. So this is just an update on all the garden and the plants before I post today's video, because I didn't realize I hadn't posted the last one. It's been a busy few weeks with grandbaby birthdays and the garden being so prolific and dealing with chickens and goats. So this is just an update from the 10th to the 26th of June on what we did in the garden. That was gladiolas. There's dahlias and zinnias and all manner of pretty flowers planted there, and that is the tree stump with the yellow jackets in it that took us out for a week, me and Tony. We didn't finish getting the trellis, the cucumbers trellised, because the stump that was back there is full of yellow jackets, and so those kept us away from the cucumbers for a little bit, but we're back to getting stuff done. Good morning, everybody. I'm trying to sneak out while the rain has slowed down a minute, because I planted flowers the other day and it has been raining for 2 days straight. So I'm gonna sneak out here while it's not pouring and see how the garden looks today. Thought I would take you along and show you what's new in the garden. It looks like we're almost ready for this guy. It's almost done. Look at all of these baby tomatoes, baby cherries. So we're gonna have lots of cherry tomatoes soon, hopefully. And the other day after the bee fiasco, I had to stop over there because about right there is a stump full of yellow jackets. So I came over here and I built, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's a trellis here that goes all the way up and around, and that is cantaloupe on the trellis. And you can see we have some big boys down here that are just starting, and some little guys that, oh wow, they've like doubled in size over the last couple of days. So the cantaloupe is happy and doing really well, especially since I got it some airflow in there. It looks a lot better. And this is the watermelon, so he can spread out a little bit because the cantaloupe was kind of choking him. But let's start over here. Now there's not much new to see, but I did put some nasturtiums seeds in here and added some soil. And then we moved just had to mow, so we moved all the plants, and then I thought they were looking a little sad. Some of them have like mealy bugs or aphids or something on them, but this is full of flowers. You can see some of the tags, but looks like I have some marigolds coming up and some more over here, and the zinnias have like got all excited over here. There are zinnias through the whole bed, so I'm excited to see those coming up. They're giant double-headed zinnias and columbine and peonies and all kinds of pretties. And these are the pickling cucumbers. They're doing really well. Some of them are getting pretty big. And we'll come and pick those here in a minute. If the rain will hold off a little longer, I'll get to pick some. And then the radishes are just about done. I've been picking those a little at a time. We got the jalapeno is looking a lot better. We planted him the other day because he was looking sad. The carrots are doing really good. I've got some beets coming up. That is butternut squash, and the zucchini has just thrived out here. Along this area here, like this bed here, I dug up some and then put some good dirt in there and sprinkled it around and top dressed it with some good stuff. And that is, there's gladiolas planted all over here. There's 4 dahlias in there. There is hollyhocks and dahlias in here, but it looks like the rain where it comes off the house has run a lot of that soil out, so I'm gonna have to fix that. So we potted some. This is mandevilla. There's 2 mandevilla per pot, and they're doing really good. They're already starting to hug on to the supports I gave them. There's a hot pink and a white in that side, and a hot pink and a light pink on this side. We've got a little bit of spinach and over here, and then some curly leaf lettuce and some pretty multicolor leaf lettuce. But look how good all the basil and the dill and the cilantro, that's doing really well. And then I put the hydrangeas in pots over here because they were looking a little sad. I think the lavender has got too wet with all this rain, but it's still alive. There's my string of bananas. So excited how good those are doing. And then these are the plumeria. Like this guy has gone completely nuts, and it's beautiful, beautiful. This is the one that I got on discount that was damn near dead, like dead. And he's got new growth on the top. And then this is one of my others that grew from a cutting. This one is grown from seed. That one is grown from a cutting. Grapes are doing a lot better since I gave them some more soil. They still look like this one looks a little sad. It was in the sun out front, didn't get watered enough, I think. But I've got to come through here and treat them with some neem oil because I found some mealies on, because these bushes, I absolutely can't stand the trashy box hedges because they're just a magnet for cootie bugs. But look how good these tomatoes are doing. They're getting so big, and there's so many huge tomatoes on here. I can't wait for them to turn red. I'm excited about them. I gave them a little fertilizer the other day because we hadn't had a lot of rain and they were looking a little sad, so because they hadn't been fertilized since we planted them. But they're doing really well. It's time to trim that bush again. And let's see, we've got over here. See if I can get over here without the bees catching me. Because they're on the back side of that stump. But I was finally able to get some. Oh, I think my little pom-pom flowers. They're closed up because it's wet, but they're looking good. So the cucumber plants are making a comeback because there was just squash bugs everywhere, and it was cucumber beetles and whatnot. And we got those situated and used some organic pesticide, and then just did something over here. See the stump right there? That's just still got bees all in it. So I'm gonna be real careful over here. And then the squash are doing really well. Despite the vine borers, I was able to save a couple of plants. So they're still hanging on, doing okay. But the vine borers like decimated half of those. These are the banana peppers. I've got some marigolds planted here, but I think they might have been It might have been too far gone before I got them into the ground because they were discount marigolds to distract some of the bugs from attacking all my babies. But the okra's doing really well. Trinity and I think before too long we'll have enough to like start cooking. But for now, Trinity and I just will come out here and we'll pick the okra and eat it on the way to the house. We just eat it raw. It's really, really good that way. But I just love these flowers. They're so beautiful. They almost look like hibiscus. So those are doing really well, and I'm happy with how those are turning out. And then hopefully we'll be able to get those bees under control so I can get the rest of my cucumbers up and supported. But for right now, I'm gonna clip me some okra, and Trinity and I are gonna go in and have some okra and goodies. But welcome to the rainy garden. Just trying to get some footage of it before it starts pouring again and I gotta go in. So I'm gonna get me some okra and we're gonna see how that goes. But in the meantime, I can't wait to see how all these pretty flowers come out. Y'all have a good day. Bye. I finally got that midnight snacker tomato, and this was the first one that we got to harvest and share. This is an update, quick update of pictures from the garden from the last week or so. So this was the harvest that I got a couple of days ago, and I'll share another one soon.